Hey guys, thanks for checking out another video. I'm Jermaine
And I'm Renee.
and we're the Max. So, a previous video we made a very exciting announcement. We announced that we're going to be parents, and it was so awesome. The show of support, the
Yes.
love, the congratulations we got. But for
But-
about half of the persons who congratulated us, they're like, so when is Renee expecting?
Yeah.
So guys, please, we love you.
We just want to be clear.
Yes.
As at the recording of this video,
Yes.
I am not pregnant.
Mhm.
I'm not pregnant. Our announcement was that we were becoming foster parents.
Yes.
Yay!
Exactly. Which is it's a big deal. So I want
It
persons to get that
is.
it is a big deal.
Yes.
We are really excited about this. So for those who think, I thought
no,
you
not
were
really.
pregnant,
Mhm.
it's
Yeah.
the same. I mean, I
Joy.
don't know if we'd be happier than we are right now, right? So
Yeah.
just thank you. But please check out the full video. We're gonna link it right here. Because we want you to hear that part of the story as well.
Yes.
So what we're gonna do in this video is just talk about what the foster care process is in Jamaica, right? So we want to outline that for you, help you understand what the process is like, should you be considering it. And we actually do recommend that you consider it if it is
Yes.
that you have room in your home to welcome a child. It is something that we encourage everyone to do. And so that's the process we're going to be outlining for you, mixed with, of course, a little bit of our story as we normally
And some
do,
encouragement.
and some encouragement at the end. So,
Yes.
yeah.
Let's go.
Yep.
All right, guys. So before we begin, there are two important things that we want you to know, right? First of all, fostering is not adoption.
It's not the same thing,
Not the same thing.
though it is kind of the same process.
Similar processes, but they're not the same thing. They're two different streams here locally. So if you're watching videos overseas, if you're watching US based or maybe even Canadian based videos, you might hear the foster to adopt parents and persons who are approved in that area, but it doesn't work that way in Jamaica.
Yeah.
There are two separate streams of applications. It's either you're applying to foster or you're applying to adopt, as at right now. Anyway.
And I mean, so the children who are available are differentiated as well.
Yes.
So for a child to be available for fostering, it means that their parents are just not in a position currently to take care of them due to many circumstances.
Right.
However, it is the parents' intent as soon as they're able to
Yes.
take their child home. Whereas
Correct.
adoption, there is a full release of that child to be adopted. So
To be parented by another family.
exactly. So
Yes,
once that
ultimately.
process of adoption is final, the child goes home with you. You are now their legal guardian. When you foster, you are not their legal guardian.
Correct. That's a very important differentiation. When you are fostering, the child is still a ward of the state technically, and you are partnering with the state to care for this child, to
Exactly.
provide a home for this child during this difficult period. Right? So that's the first thing. Second thing.
Yeah. So the second thing is that all foster care arrangements in Jamaica require the involvement and approval of the Child Protection and Family Services Agency. That's the CPFSA.
Correct.
So there are programs such as For the Child that we are proud ambassadors of
for, yes.
by Family Life Ministries that partner with the CPFSA to provide additional support for the foster families and children.
Correct. So you can check out For the Child, their page, their Instagram page, or their
And we
website.
link to them in the description of this video.
Correct. That will provide some additional information about what it is that they do. But For the Child is specifically for foster care, for Christian homes, encouraging more believers to participate in this awesome thing.
Because it's an area of great need. And we said that in the previous video as well.
Yes. All right. So let's jump into the process.
Yep. So the very first step, as you can imagine, you need to complete an application form. So what are some of the things on that form?
So on the application form, of course, you're required to fill out the basic information, right? Who are you? You know, um, what is
What do you do for a living? How much do you make?
yeah. So it's kind of like a background check in
Yeah.
in a sense. So
It
it
is a
might
background.
yeah. Some might feel like it's a little invasive, but naturally, to put children in your care, there is
They want
information
to
that
know
is
that you're competent. One, you're competent. You have the means and are able to actually provide a better situation than the child would be in.
exactly.
Yeah.
And I think something that's important that is on the form is the gender and age of the child that you are willing to
Yes,
foster or children.
which you completely have the right to decide on.
Right. So persons have asked us during this process if we know anything at all about the child that's coming, if we know anything at all about the gender or all of that. What we can say is that we have indicated on the form the age and the gender of the child and children that we are able to care for at this time. So you're able to indicate that,
Yeah.
and the caseworkers will do their best to provide information on children or the possibility do that matching.
Yeah. So
Of children.
so typically, if you say, well, this is my preference for age and sex of the child, they'll typically say whether or not it is likely for you to be able to get a child in that range, and then maybe discuss with you to set the right expectation or to have you. It's not that you can't wait specifically for what you have asked for.
Right.
However, it may be a delay based on availability of a child in that
In
particular
that
age.
category.
Yeah.
Yes. All right. So the second step in the process is to complete a police report.
And we recommend that you start this process as soon as you're thinking about fostering.
Yeah.
Just go and get the police report process started, because it can take up to 3 weeks to a month. There is an express option, but
Mhm.
it's of a higher cost. And the truth is, if you request it early, you won't need the express option. Just pay, I think, $3,000
$3,000
and just
Jamaican
wait
dollars.
and just wait 3 to 4 weeks, and you'll get the report, as opposed to submitting the application. Then you're having to do other things, and then you have to pay express, which I think goes up to about $8,000.
Yeah, I think it's about 8.
Yeah.
Third thing is that you must facilitate a home visit. So naturally, if children are going to be entrusted to you and
Yep.
become a part of your family, a part of your family structure, then the CPFSA wants to know that you have an environment, you are providing an environment that's conducive to children.
It does. So I'm speaking to all the ladies here. It does not mean that your home needs to be spotless. It
True.
doesn't mean that you need to say, don't come Friday because I can't clean the house until Friday. It just means that your home needs to be in a state that they understand that you are able to provide shelter.
Yes.
You're able to provide security for the child. I think those are the main two things that they're concerned about: security
Yeah.
and shelter.
So
Because
suitable room. So you
Yeah.
have space
Yeah,
for a bed, or you have a
exactly.
bed, and you have a kitchen to prepare the food. That kind of thing. The basic amenities are there, and the children would be able to conduct their lives, to live in a way that is amicable.
Yeah. So
Right.
your space should be fitting for the age of the child that you're requesting. So if you're looking for a teenager, you'll need certain accommodations. If you're looking for a baby, you'll need certain accommodations for a baby.
Exactly.
Yeah.
The next part in the process is an interview, actually, an interview
Yeah.
by CPFSA. So right now,
you go.
I'm sorry. So right now, with COVID being a thing, there is a virtual version
Yeah. So
that is done.
our interviews by Zoom. We went through a series of questions. They actually asked us. They asked me some questions, Renee some questions, and then there were questions for the both of us. We would each give a response, and it's nothing that you need to worry about. It's standard questions. What they want to do is understand who you are. So it does not mean that you need to be anyone but yourself. Just understand that they want to get to know you, right?
Right.
So this caseworker is tasked with entrusting a child in your care. They want to know the real you. So that's all that interview process is about. It should take maybe it's 60 to 90 minutes most. And yeah, that's
And that's
it.
if your talkers like us. I don't know. It
Yeah.
may be shorter. We don't know.
Yeah.
So after that, you've done most of it.
Yeah.
After that, you are waiting for approval.
Yeah. And the approval process, by just from our experience, may take a few weeks to a month.
Correct.
Yeah.
Depending on when you apply, of course, because they do the approvals in cycles,
Yes.
and depending on where they are in the cycle, you may have a longer wait or a shorter wait,
Yeah.
depending. So
So I'd say setting the right expectations, maybe a few weeks to, I guess, 2 months, 3 months max. Yeah.
right, for approval. And once you are approved by the foster care board, then you are invited to training.
Yes. So training is a big part of what the CPFSA does, or like it's their ongoing mandate to provide training and support for the families who have made themselves available to foster. So we saw the training as extremely important. We welcomed it. It was very helpful for us to understand just everything that is involved, right? Because there are a lot that was emphasized about, the child's emotional need, the importance of counseling, the importance of just, understanding that it's a new environment for them, and you need to be able to just be prepared to handle some situations, right? So
Right.
training is something that I believe they said is it's done on a certain frequency. So as they come out, they'll send it out. There is a group of persons who, kind of discuss and help each other in terms of support. And so those things were mentioned in training as well.
Absolutely. And finally, after you are trained as a foster parent, then you await placement of your child.
Yes. And so and this is where our personal experience comes in, because while you wait, it's important to prepare.
Yes.
So after you've submitted and said, we want a child of this age or gender, you want to start to prepare your home. Get what we did was get certain items based on the age of the child that we asked for, and we started to just kind of mentally and physically preparing the space to welcome that child.
Right. And I'll just add to that, prepare your hearts as well. The process can be a little trying in that you
Just not
may
knowing when.
right. You will not always know when that child is going to
Or you're
come.
just watching for your phone to ring,
Yeah.
like,
Each week or each day that rolls by, you may feel like, have they forgotten about me? What's going on? How come we haven't heard from them yet? You may go through those emotions. And then one day you may just get a call and say, "Oh, hey,
and
can
your
you come for
life
this child
has
tomorrow?"
changed. Yep.
So it can be a little bit of a roller coaster in that way emotionally, but we say, while you wait, as we always say, wait well.
Yep.
Continue to prepare your heart and your mind and your home to receive the child who you are expecting.
And our caseworker has been such an absolute pleasure to work with. The team at For the Child from Family Life Ministry is
Yes.
extremely great to work with as well. So it's been a great experience for us learning more about others' experiences and the process while we are waiting. So
Yes.
this is not wasted time, though we got our approval maybe a few
2
weeks
weeks
now,
ago.
2 weeks ago. So yeah, it's that's where we are now. We can't wait to share that we have finally been able to go and meet a child that we're looking forward to welcoming in our home. And so yeah, this has been a great experience for us. We greatly encourage you to, if it is that you even thought about it for a second in the past, just revisit it right now. Pray about it,
Yes.
think about it, discuss it with your partner. If you're married, if you are single, you can also foster. So
Yes.
it is something that we greatly, greatly encourage you to do.
And finally, we will say that We want you to understand and know that even if you're not able to take a child into your home and foster a child in that way, there are other ways to assist.
Yes,
There are other ways
yes,
to help.
that's
You
true.
can mentor a child who is in state care. You can choose to donate
Yes.
for schooling for a particular child and all of that. There are other
Or
avenues.
to volunteer to
Or to
help those who are providing the support.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So there are other ways that you can help. And if it is that your heart is in such a place that you want to provide, you're feeling that urge to help in this area, in this particular area, we encourage you to explore that further and see how you can actually get yourself involved in this
Yeah.
process
Yeah,
to help
definitely.
our nation's children.
Yeah. So, I mean, again, we just want to say it's been such a great experience for us. Thank you for all the congratulations.
Yes.
You know, some of you will be extremely surprised a few months from now. You'll be like,
No
Rennie, I
belly.
thought you, yeah. So, I mean, yeah. So,
We'll see you guys in the next one.